In an age of algorithms and artificial creativity, 4 warriors of the human spirit carved their names into history's canvas.
And in Macon, Georgia, ours was
with tools no
Broadway
technology
and
could
Mulberry.
replicate.
People,
Don't you mess with the blues.
A brush that conjured dragons, a lens that captured rebellion, a pen that gave voice to the voiceless, and a guitar that bled the blues. Greg Hildebrandt, Chris Radcliffe, Tina McElroy Ansa, Nick Gravenites. Their stories read like the art they created, raw, beautiful, and unapologetically real.
there was always music playing on rock in my father's juke joints.
Greg Hildebrandt's journey began in 1939 Detroit, where he and twin brother Tim would spend frigid winters sketching superheroes to escape their working-class reality. Their 1,977 Lord of the Rings calendar didn't just illustrate Tolkien's world. It became the visual DNA for every fantasy artist that followed. I painted Gandalf's tears with my own, 3 days without sleep, surviving on coffee and deli sandwiches. The publishers wanted happy wizards. I gave them war. The Hildebrandt method was equal parts genius and madness. 18-hour workdays, models in full costume posing in their living room, using their children as hobbit stand-ins. That iconic Balrog? Painted during a blizzard when the heat went out. Yet, for all their success, the brothers lived paycheck to paycheck. When a $20,000 check arrived in 1999 for a Star Wars commission, Greg celebrated by buying groceries. Art feeds the soul, he'd say, but rarely the artist. Chris Radcliffe didn't photograph the grunge movement. He documented its autopsy. While others chased mosh pits, Radcliffe lurked in alleys and green rooms, capturing the quiet moments before the storm. This unpublished series shows Kurt Cobain minutes before a 1,993 show, not tuning his guitar, but reading Sylvia Plath. The real rebellion, Radcliffe noted, happened between the songs. A photo's power isn't in fame, but in the stories it hides. These kids weren't rock gods. They were scared poets. In 2002, Radcliffe walked away from magazine contracts to teach photography to Seattle street kids. His no-filter project gave dispossessed youth cameras to document their lives. When asked why, he'd simply say, "The truth develops in the dark." Tina McElroy Ansa.
My mother tells the story that when I was 3 weeks old, she brought me downtown.
Didn't invent Southern literature, she weaponized it. Born in 1949 Georgia to a funeral home director and a teacher, she grew up listening to stories that smelled of salt water and soil. Her 1,989 debut novel didn't just feature a black protagonist, it centered an entire Gula cosmology Hollywood had erased. When publishers demanded more relatable characters, Ansa mailed them sweetgrass baskets with one word: learn. They wanted to whitewash my characters. I told them my words come seasoned with okra and hot sauce. Take it or leave it. At her deathbed in 2024, surrounded by unpublished manuscripts, Ansa's final act was refusing a 7-figure movie deal. Some stories, she whispered, aren't for sale.
Don't you mess with the blues.
Nick Gravenites didn't just play the blues, he bled them. Born to Greek immigrants in 1938 Chicago, his songwriting gave Janis Joplin her signature sound while nearly killing them both. The music biz eats its young. I watched Janis get chewed up and spit out. After she died, I bought a tractor. Gravenite's 1970s retreat to a Wisconsin farm wasn't surrender, it was sabotage. While record execs hunted him for new material, he was busy welding sculptures from tractor parts. The blues ain't in the chords, he'd growl. It's in the silence between them.